נזכרתי, זו פלסטין הכבושה ולא ישראל כפי שהונו אותנו.
Oh my God, Tel Aviv is burning. What's happening? Oh, I just remembered. This is occupied Palestine, not Israel. For decades, people were deceived into believing a myth, which was nothing but a big lie.
Billions were spent. Conferences were held and millions gathered from around the world around the falsehood called Israel.
Israel. The dream of a greater Israel persists, sustained by Herzl's narratives. Now, reality awakens them to Tel Aviv's ruin. It is stated in the distorted Torah. Warnings appear in the prophecies, Jeremiah 25:4-33, and in several other places of divine punishment for idolatry and disobedience, which were later distorted as a prophecy about the Babylonian invasion and the 70-year exile. In Isaiah 11:1-5, it foretells the downfall of regional powers, Egypt, Edom, Assyria, Elam, and the ruin of Elam, referring to Iran. But the Torah has undergone much distortion. As for the Holy Quran, it contains texts that foretell the events of today. In Surah Al-Isra 17:4-8, there is a prophecy about the end of Jewish rule in Jerusalem after their domination due to their great corruption. The atrocities of the Israeli government in Gaza, starvation, mass burnings, and genocide, embody this corruption, witnessed and heard by the entire world. There are also texts about the coming resurgence of the Muslims, which is conditional upon and linked to faith and righteousness, as in Surah An-Nur, Al-Qasas, and Al-Anbiya. If some people do not care about the prophecies of the divine scriptures, there is scientific evidence for the collapse and downfall of Israel. First, geopolitical crisis. Divisions between secular and religious groups over judicial reforms. Security failure. More than 900,000 settlers left, 2022 to 2024, due to feelings of insecurity, and the number is expected to rise further after Iran's missile strikes. Global protests following the 2023 Gaza war. The phrase "Free, Free Palestine" has become a universal icon of peace. Second, demographic collapse. Rising Arab population endangers Jewish state viability. Social fractures. Religious, secular Jews. Mizrahi, Ashkenazi tensions. Haredi draft refusal. Third, economic breakdown. $66 billion in military spending, 2024, 8.3% government deficit, and credit rating downgrades. Human capital and workforce emigration. 40,000 people left the country in 2024, including significant brain drain from the technology sector, along with a halt and decline in financial revenues. Eroding international support for Israel and its impact in favor of Palestine. Western youth increasingly support BDS movements. The feeling of resentment and hatred toward Jews is also growing. Israel has become totally dependent on the United States. Warnings from Israeli historians. Historians such as Benny Morris and Abraham Berg predict Israel's collapse within 30 to 50 years due to the irreconcilable contradiction between being both Jewish and democratic at the same time.
Finally, the curse of the 8th decade has come, for the occupation of Palestine will not last, as the occupier carries within it the seeds of its own demise.